Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angryprepper. Today's video is going to be on prepping is not a movie, right? So, meaning that just because you've read a million prepper books does not mean you're going to be that hero that we read in the books, right? People read these books and think that they're going to be that guy that's going to save the community, their neighborhood, their building, whatever it is. And that is not the case, right? A lot of people, for example, will read a ton of books on wilderness survival, but don't put any of it to practice. So when time comes, they don't know how to do half the stuff they've read about, right? So it's the same thing with these books, guys. You can't read these books and think that, oh, this character's just like me, or I want to be like this character. People are going to respect me like that. It doesn't work. We live in a real world. You are not the hero. Bottom line, you are the guy or the woman who's protecting your family or protecting your neighborhood, but you are not a hero. A hero is somebody who dies. When the person is dead, then you're a hero. You'll get a statue erected after you. Whatever the case is, that's what a hero is. Heroes rarely are alive. Rarely. Not saying that there isn't any live heroes out there, but rarely are there any live heroes. As far as wanting to be respected, you have to earn the respect of the people who are going to follow you into this disaster situation, okay? You're not going to sit there, jump on a scene, and demand the respect. It doesn't work that way. You have to earn it. Like anything in life, you have to earn respect, right? I hear these kids out here today with this, I demand respect. No, you don't. You have to earn it. You can't, there is human respect, respecting someone as a human and as a person, right? Looking at them and going, all right, I'm going to be respectful because you're a person. But the individual respect of that person has to be earned. You don't know that guy from a hole in the wall, that chick from a hole in the wall. They don't know you. They don't know the whole you. So to know the whole you, to respect you, you have to let these people in a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, and then you'll get that respect. They see you making those hard decisions, and they're going to be like, wow, that was a tough decision for him to make. He executed it correctly, and either things turned out good or it got worse, but nonetheless, you made a decision. An indecisive person is a bad leader, right? And the problem with that is if you're indecisive and you make a bad decision, that's even worse. That compounds the problem, right? If you were dead set on making this decision and you thought it through and you executed it and it came out good, fine. But even if it comes out bad, as long as you were stern in that decision making and not wavering, therein lies earning the leadership, right? In a lot of these books, the characters, some of them earned that leadership, right? 1 Second After was a perfect example of the main character earning his leadership role. And I guess ultimately in the second book, sort of turning it down and letting committees and councils and all that other stuff take charge. But nonetheless, he earned that spot. But in real life, there are so many more things that come into it than just, again, reading a book and going, I want to be like that guy. You have to make good decisions. You have to make bad decisions to learn to make better decisions later on, if that makes any sense. Your leadership has to be earned, right? And you're not just going to be given it. Sometimes a situation will arise where you have to step up to the plate. Everybody's sitting there going, well, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. And you'll step up to the plate and go, listen, this is what we're going to do. But people like people who will take charge and lead them in the right direction, not the wrong direction, which is up to interpretation, I guess, if you will. Because look at Negan's character in The Walking Dead. Those people followed him, and they were willing to follow him to the ends of the earth. And even after he was taken out of leadership, there were people who were still hard up on wanting him to be back in a leadership role. So I guess leadership is interpreted by the people who follow you, right? So whether that's bad or good, Negan earned his leadership and Rick earned his leadership, right? Neither of them got their leadership handed to them. With making good or bad decisions, to avoid making the bad decisions, you're going to have to play chess with decision making. So meaning you're going to make a decision, you're not going to sit there and go, boom, I'm making this decision and that's it. You're going to be like, well, hell, if I do this, this might happen or that might happen. So let's try to mitigate this from happening and hope that happens, and then moving forward from there. For every decision you make in an apocalyptic scenario, you are playing chess. It is not a hard, fast, boom decision, and then you're going with it. You have to think about the outcome of that decision and then the sub outcomes of that afterwards. Again, if that makes any sense. Nothing is concrete. Things do change even after you make a good decision and you want a good outcome from it, and a good outcome happens, but later down the line, that good outcome starts to turn into a bad one, right? So, the welfare system. Great decision when it was made. It was a good program when it was implemented, but now look how many people abuse it, right? So it was a good decision at the time, but then it started to become abusive. People were abusing the welfare system. I know that there are a lot of people who are using it the way it's meant to be used, but there are a lot of people that abuse it as well. You are not going to be liked by everyone. That's the other part of being a good leader. A good leader is liked by most or many, but not everyone, because somebody out there is going to be looking to screw you over, right? I mean, look at these comedians. Kevin Hart, for example, great comedian, funny as hell, right? He gets asked to run the Oscars, I think it was, and somebody sat there and went way back in his Twitter history, 9 years to be exact, to find a comment he made 9 years ago. They were just looking for something to hate on him about. So if you're going to be a leader, let it be known someone's going to hate on you for whatever reason it is, whether it's a ridiculous reason or a good reason to them. Nonetheless, you're going to have people to hate you. It's just how it is. And you're going to have to deal with that hate when it comes. So don't expect for everyone to like you and love you, because even if you play the I'm going to appease everybody card, there's going to be somebody in that group that's not going to like you. So you have to see that hate coming, or dislike, if you will. Things are going to get hard, right? I use The Walking Dead as a great example because before the last 2 seasons, The Walking Dead was awesome. Then it sort of fell apart. But anyway, a lot of decisions you're going to make could turn out to be a good thing, right? But you're still going to have hard times coming, right? It's going to get hard. It's not going to get easier. And you're going to have to be able to withstand that challenge of it getting hard. You're going to have to know that it's going to get hard. You're not going to sit here and think, I have my prepper compound. I have everything in order. I have my security intact. We have food coming in. We're growing food. We're doing good hunting. It's still going to get hard because you're still going to have to make multiple decisions a day. And with that, the hardship of it is you losing sleep, you not eating, something happening like a pandemic in your little compound or community, whatever you want to call it. It's going to get hard, and you have to know it's going to get hard. So at least if you know it's going to get hard, you will not be taken by surprise. And ultimately, some people would shut down, kill themselves, whatever it is. At least if you know the hardship is coming, you won't be surprised, and you'll be able to adapt to it when it comes. Try to figure out the angles, all the angles, the bad and the good, right? Be prepared for the curveballs as well. There are going to be a ton of curveballs during a prepper situation, disaster scenario. In that disaster scenario, there could be 1,000 curveballs coming at you. You have to know how to handle all of them, or try your best to handle all of them. Not that you're going to handle all of them, because some of them will be completely out of your control, right? So again, I live in a city. A curveball for me right now would be if there was a disaster scenario, there was no help to be had, damn near 50% of New York City is evacuated, the other 50% is staying behind. In the building I'm living in, we're squared away. 6 months goes by and some asshole accidentally lights a fire in this building. There goes my shit hits the fan scenario times 12, because this house or apartment is like a tinderbox. We get a fire downstairs and we can't stop it, this whole building goes, okay? So those are the curveballs that I would see coming. But there's gonna be some that you're not gonna see coming. And you just have to adapt to that when it happens, and not shock and awe, sitting there shocked and staring at the situation. Know that anything's going to happen, and that you should be able to adapt to the curveballs that are coming at you. Don't be a communist, a Stalin, a Hitler, all right? You run your group, you run the community, your neighborhood. Make sure you have other people helping you out. That is the other thing about being a good leader, delegating responsibilities. And not micromanaging them either. Just, making sure they're doing things right. But if they have control of security, let them have control of security. If the lady or guy is good at farming and planting and gardening, let them take full control of that. Don't micromanage. Have trust in your crew and the people you're with, and you'll do just fine, right? Again, in the movies, in the books rather, sorry, these people are micromanaging everything that's going on. They're like, well, I want to know what this is going on and that and this. No, you just make sure that you have trusted people in that area. You check on them from time to time, not every day, and everything will run smoothly. You need the trust of people around you, okay? And like in a lot of books and movies, they do have counsels down the line or in the disaster. But when the disaster is happening, you have to have trust with the guys you are with or the women you're with. Simple as that. All right, guys, so this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching. You can like and subscribe to this channel. You can also like and subscribe to my outdoor channel. All right, guys, other than that, thank you for watching.